our grind. I love it.
When this opportunity came your way, were you like, oh my God, yay? Or did you have any reservations at all, like having watched the first incarnation?
No, it was just kind of like, it felt right. I don't know what it is. The timing, I think, was just right, And so when I got the call, I wasn't like, oh my God, I was just kind of like, all right, what's up? What's going on? This was inevitable in the sense that Miami was going to come back, I felt. And this was the perfect timing. I mean, everyone's moving here because we're the best. Hello.
Everyone from New York has moved there. It's like, so did you feel that? Did you feel like all these years, like as there was all this talk amongst fans, like we want Miami back, did you really feel like, because I know Alexia and like Audrey, like they were convinced.
They were in it. So I was never in the Bravo world, like, oh my God, like it wasn't my daily, thought for sure. But it just, when the call came and they say, we're rebooting something, that it just was like, duh. It was a duh thing for me. Like, I just thought like it was like stupid not to, so yeah, Miami's where it's at right now for sure.
What about your husband? Like he's stoic. We love that. He is one of the hot husbands now that, I can say that, but did he have reservations? I mean, he seems like he's not like, hey, let's go be on reality TV today.
Oh my God, he's so not, it still is not. But the thing is that as long as you don't disrupt his environment, and that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? So, and mine too, by the way, I'm going to say, of course, things got a little shaken up schedule wise and trying to balance everything out more than ever. But for him, as long as he was comfortable and the kids were comfortable, there was no issues, no big waves in the ocean at all. So it was kind of like, okay, they're shooting today. Okay, whatever. I'm going to be making a steak. I'm doing this. And as long as the producers went with the flow, it worked out well. So he was comfortable.
What about now that the show is out, like you're in the public eye, I'm sure people stop you when you go out in Miami, you came to watch What Happens Live. Like, has he adjusted to that? And listen, everyone has an opinion on everything and criticism and whether it's good or bad. Like, has he adjusted to this whole public life thing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know that he gets stopped on the street like, oh my God, you're yet, right? So everything is an involvement, I think, but I get stopped, I think. And I think it's more my voice than my look because, honey, like I told you, I'm a good actor, but hunty, before that, I could go anywhere I want because you will not recognize me. I'm either on or I'm completely off. Those are the two Guerdys you'll get. So God willing, I won't be caught on the off mode because it's quite a shit show, but whatever. I hold the title proudly.
We saw you on the off mode when the reunion started. It was just fine.
Okay.
Listen, right, if that's your off, I think you're doing just fine with something over there.
Thank you.
So he's fine with the cameras and all of this.
He's so cute. The producers are just kind of like, oh my God, look at this guy. Like you can't. Everyone loves Russell. Like everyone loves Russell. He has an energy about him, an aura that's pure and honest, and he's just, he's like, okay, cameras are there. What am I gonna do? Just whatever. He's fine. He's fine. He's so cute.
Well, that's good. So you get you get this call, you film, you're now in it. Who was the most welcoming out of all of these ladies for you?
Alexia was great. To be honest, all the girls. Of course, Nicole, Julia, my girls. Yeah, everyone was monotone or welcoming. There was never like a right off the bat, right? And then things start popping off. Obviously you see what happens with Adriana, she gets territorial and so forth. And so, but at the reunion, you see how it's kind of like, okay, you had beef with me for no reason. You know that. Okay, fine, I admit it. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Moving on. I don't hold grudges. I have too much shit going on. Both less busy. So.
Well, one of the things, yes, you do have a lot going on. Like we saw this season, like Guerdy Design is alive and well.
Yeah, Guerdy Design is amazing.
Did you where does this come from? Like growing up, did you always you had an inclination for planning events? Like when did you first realize all
I think it started when I'm one of 7 kids. So like 5 of us are girls, by the way. So it was always like Barbie time. And I never played with toys. Ever. So I used to set up the scene and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. No, but you be can. And I'm like, no. I don't play Barbie. I just set up Barbie world. And so I was like always a setup queen. And then come to find out, I ended up becoming a planner. So it was always innate in me to be, and then plus, I got the right traits. I'm bossy. I have really amazing taste. I want to say, you take your opinion, but I'm the visionary. I'm always like, forward, what's next, this, I'm really organized. So all those traits just built itself into this profession for me. It was really easy to figure out my path.
And you love what you do, which is evident.
Love. This is what I was born to do.
Listen, I've done a deep dive into your Instagram. I've seen all of the
Oh,
pictures
shit.
no, I mean, listen, the events you see and you're like, I mean, forget about what we see on the show, but like your Instagram
Yeah.
truly represents, I'm a girl about town over here in New York City. Now you
Yes.
did say on Watch What Happens when Andy asked you, you vet your clients, like, is there a point of entry? Like when, is there a dollar amount that you say no way to? Like, if all these people listening,
right off the bat, my inquiries, I let them know right off the bat, like, this is really, we're in high demand. This is whatever. We're not booking this year anymore. I'm on to 2023, only booking up to 10. And this is the amount in which we can have a conversation. Because, you just vet them and just don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Let's just not waste time, So, yeah.
Well, for all those people listening out there, what is this dollar amount of people that might want to call and track you down?
For planning, I mean, it all depends, but 60K is usually the base, and then it depends on what the preliminaries are. Is it a 3-day event? Obviously, that's going to be probably more developed and some more staff, more this, whatever. Where is the event? So everything has a play in it, and then there's just kind of like a formula that I try to calculate to make sure it's worth everybody's time. Yeah, because you want to provide the best for the best, and so it costs money for me to hire the best as well around me to make me look good too.
Listen, if you want to do it right, it's not cheap. Like it's not. Do you like? I mean, you were on Vogue's list of like best wedding planners. Like, do you like doing weddings as opposed to like is that one of your favorite types of events, or it really just varies?
Yeah, I mean, we're experts. I'm an expert in wedding and specifically destination wedding, and specifically as well, 90% of my clients are Jewish, so they call me Rabbi Guerdy, and I am not Jewish at all, but that's my jam because I started my career on Fisher Island, so there was obviously a demographic for that, and so I just had a floral studio there, the whole thing. So yes, I am very immersed into the wedding sector, but I've done corporate before, I've done experiential, so I'm able to do a lot of different kind of things. Corporate is not my thing. It's kind of like bada bing, bada boom, done. Next is a checklist, really, but planning is where my brain starts playing games, and I exude all these creative juices. So it's cool. I love it.
I love it. Is there like, what are your pet peeves? Like, with clients, like talk to me about some of like, if someone's difficult, like what's the most difficult client, and like, what are just pet peeves that stick out to you?
Like, I mean, my pet peeve is when someone speaks basic and I don't speak basic. So like, don't come to me with like literally somebody else's wedding. Like, I just want that. Because you called the wrong person. So bye-bye, so like I said, vetting processes has to do with a lot of things. It's going to please me back, like I want to be happy planning this. I don't want to feel like it's just like another wedding in the book. So I try to push my clients. I say no all the time. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Like my opinion matters. Okay. I'm not a note taker. I'm an innovator. So that's what you get when you talk to Guerdy. This is my baby as it is your baby. So we work together to create the most beautiful magic. Because I want people to walk into a wedding and say, oh my God, who did this? Not, oh my God, who did this? Those are same term, different connotation. So I'm one that likes to be, the next best thing.